Hey y'all, here's a quick video for you. I love these BORA Centipedes. These particular ones are 36 inches tall. I'm very happy with that. It's a 2x4 dimension, and I have my homemade table that I made. And one of the issues is cutting full sheets of plywood, 4x8 plywood. A lot of times I've been setting up two of these tables, maybe even in an L pattern, like that one there and this one here, because it's 4 feet long. This surface here is 5 feet. So adding the second table gives me full support. That piece is not going to tilt over. But when I do that, and I'm talking about using my track saw, I have to put my foam pads down, and so that I cut through the pad and not into the table. But I came up with a different solution, because you don't always have the foam pads with you. You don't always have access to the second table. Maybe it's being used with something else. So here's what I got. Take this off, which is great. I got some scrap 2x4s. I'd use these for painting something. I put some dowels in it, 3/4 inch dowel. I made the dowels out of just some poplar I had, cut it 3/4 by 3/4, and then put a 3/8 round over on all edges, and then kind of sanded that smooth. I cut them to, I think, 5.5 overall. 4 inches, sorry, cut them to 4 inches overall, and it's 2.5 sticking out past the wood, but it's not sticking out past the top. That'll be the top. So, and I place these accordingly so that they could fit in these holes here. And these swivel around, so you can move it wherever you need to. They drop right in. And this is a 4-foot board, 2x4. I could put a few more on there. I made 3 of these total. I could put another one in the middle, put a whole sheet of plywood on here, and then when I rip it, what if I could rip 12-inch cuts? It's still completely supported by all of these. Put the third one in there just to give extra support. And that's exactly 4 feet. However, this is only 4.5 feet roughly. But still, the you'll see on a demonstration that I'm doing for a project that I'm working on. Um, it still fully supports a board. So at 4.5 feet, there's less than 2 feet hanging over on either side, but plenty of it supported. And you see, I made a cut right here that was over there, just shorter rip, but it supports it. It doesn't fall to the ground. It doesn't twist and interfere with the blade or the cut. Um, I'm wondering if there's a way to put an 8-footer in here. I'd have to do some half lap joints or something like that, but I don't know that it's that critical. Here's another thing I could do. I could remove this one. I could remove this one. I could put this one over here. This gets the right. I made them a little snug. I didn't have to make them this snug. There it goes. I could do this, which gives me a little more of a footprint. See, it falls right there. In a different way. That gives me a little more than 5 feet, about 5.5 feet. And so, and then this covers my 4 feet. It's another option depending on the size of the material you want to cut. But I'm going to do a little demonstration and show you how well these work. It's handy. I see myself using this a lot, although this is the first time I've used it. I just made it the other day, and it's the first time I've used it. They're going to be easy to stow somewhere. They might even go into just the back of the truck, but they're not going to take up a lot of space. And I don't have to carry foam boards, and I carry it allows for a larger footprint. I was on a job the other day working on some bunk beds, and I did a lot of the framing part. Then I was getting the plywood up, and I only had this one. I didn't have the second one. Also, I didn't have a whole lot of real estate at that job. I was working on an outside deck, and I was putting some scraps of wood just like this, but eventually they would fall off. They would vibrate off, or I'd bump it and they'd go off. And using the handrail at the house as the additional support, I didn't like doing that. And I came up with this idea to put some dowels in there that just drop in, swivel around, and that's it. They're going to hold. And I like it. So thanks for checking that out. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's a pretty cool idea. There's always something in the wheelhouse. I'm always tinkering, trying to make things a little bit better, and I think that's going to help me. Hopefully, something like that helps you. I don't always cut plywood. I break it down with my track saw, but when I do, this is going to come in really handy.